So Perplexity has just proposed to buy Chrome, even though its entire valuation is just half as much as the bid. Well, regardless of the numbers, if this bid does go through, there's a high chance that Chrome might be merged with Perplexity's own browser, Comet. And there's a lot of difference between the two browsers because Chrome, the most popular browser on the planet, is a very mature browser. Like there's nothing crazy like agentic AI going on, at least as of now. And Perplexity is an AI first browser. So there's a stark difference between the two. And yeah, this video is basically a breakdown of all of Comet's features and how well they actually work. So the first one is automate tasks. Now, in my workflow, I didn't find this like super useful, but for a lot of workflows, it does make sense. Like one example that they're given here is like make a brief of all the things that happened in the market with respect to the stock market, and that's pretty useful for a trader or someone who is heavily invested in the stock market. I tried this for giving me a news roundup of tech news that happened that day, every day at 7 o'clock in the evening. And the news roundup is actually good, but the problem is it gets sent to my mail and I'm not able to read the entire mail. Like I can't read the entire roundup. I can only read like 2 points maybe. And the next thing it says is read the full thing. And if I click that, I have to either have the Perplexity app on my phone to read it, or I have to open this email on my laptop so that I can read it and comment, which is kind of making you depend on either of those. Makes sense. I mean, they are doing the work for you, but I think it'd be nice if I could read the entire roundup in my email itself directly. So I think I'd give it like a 3.8 out of 5. Okay, the second one is the most interesting feature, and it's a whole premise of this browser, which is agentic AI. Now, according to what they're given here, it's supposed to take control of your screen and do what you ask it to do. And I tested this for two different scenarios. One was helping me with buying something on a quick commerce site, and the second one was helping me delete all emails from a particular email address and unsubscribing from that service. Okay, so going about the first one. Well, to summarize, it took 4.5 minutes and it still couldn't find me a pair of socks on Zepto. Now, as you can see in the footage, like it did give me a diagnosis that was going in the correct way. Like it said, the location is not set, so I cannot see the products right now. But it did not go further. Like it said it's gonna set the location to a random location. Here it took Mumbai, but it did not do anything, and I just ended up with this blank page at the end of 4.5 minutes. And yeah, I did this on my own. Went to Zepto, searched for a pair of socks, set the location. Took me 1 minute and 20 seconds ish. So it took like 4 times the time, but did not do my work. And yeah, it's not ready yet. It works well with Amazon. I did try, but Zepto is an equally used service. So if it's not being able to do this work, and it's only going to work for specific e-commerce sites, I don't think that's very useful. Okay, the second scenario is I opened Assistant in my inbox in Gmail and I asked it to delete all emails I've received from this service called TechGig and unsubscribe from them because I've just been receiving too many emails. And while it did delete all the previous ones and it did say I've successfully unsubscribed, guess what? It did not, and I am still getting emails from them. mean, could be an issue where even if I did it manually, they are gonna send it from some other address. But the whole point of this agentic AI was that I don't have to worry about something that I've told it to do. But it's not working as of now, and yeah, I think this feature needs a lot more polishing. But also, it kind of makes me wonder, how much AI do we need? Do write in the comment section about your thoughts on this. I'd give this a 3 on 5 on best. I think 2.5 will do. The third one is what I call tab referencing. So basically, you have a bunch of tabs open, and then you just go to the home page on another tab, that is the Perplexity search box itself, and you can actually type @ and reference all those tabs and ask Perplexity a question while referencing them, maybe like in comparison. Like, for example, if I have a bunch of products open on Amazon, say 3 options for a headset, and I am I want to ask a question that compares like their price or a particular spec. I can do that by just referencing all 3 tabs at once and asking whatever question I want to. I think this is super useful. It also worked really well. So yeah, I think this deserves like a 4.5 out of 5. Definitely a good feature. The next one is summarized media and social feeds. So basically, you can just ask the assistant in the sidebar to summarize YouTube videos and even social media feeds like your Twitter feed. But honestly, I did not find this very useful because I need context of a lot of things, and the summary just compresses the information. I mean, that's what a summary is, but I think it doesn't necessarily help you stop doom scrolling. And that is what they're advertising for. They're like, stop doom scrolling, just read the summary. Not happening very easily. YouTube videos, definitely no. I'd want to see the video itself. Like, maybe I've seen the video and I need like a summary of it again. Sure, useful. But without watching the video, I don't think I'd read the summary. Definitely no. So yeah, this feature, I think I'd give like a 3.5 because it works, and it works quite okay. But usefulness, I don't know. Last one is creating shortcuts. Now, the shortcuts I'm talking about are basically prompts that you might use very often. Like, instead of having to type it out every time, you can just create a shortcut with that prompt. And so every time you open the assistant, you can see the shortcut right there and you can just click on it. Useful, but not to me. Like, I didn't find any use case for it. My prompts are very different from each other every time I use the browser. But if your workflow demands you to use a prompt over and over again, not every day, so that you can automate it, maybe you can make a shortcut and it's going to be useful. I think I'd give this feature like a 4 out of 5. Useful. Okay, so those were some of the main features that I thought were the highlights. I think if you are someone who still uses Google as a primary source of research, like personally, if I know a topic pretty well already, only then do I head to an AI chatbot to help diversify or conduct in-depth research. Otherwise, I always depend on Google and articles that Google provides me with as sources for whatever I'm searching on. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people who directly search into ChatGPT and most of the time do not verify if what it's actually saying is right, because LLMs tend to hallucinate quite a bit, and I think it's very important for us to validate and verify what it's saying. And so it's better if you know about that topic beforehand. So yeah, for me personally, Comet did not replace Chrome. I used it side by side because, as I said, I need Google. I am dependent on Google for basic browsing and initial level of searching and researching. But otherwise, I think it's a good browser if you are a lot into research, like you're continuously trying to research about a lot of things. Good browser. And yeah, there are some features that help with e-commerce. So if you're using your browser to shop a lot, then I think this is useful, like the tab referencing and the comparison stuff. It's pretty good. But yeah, the whole premise of agentic I think is not very promising as of now, at least. Which again also kind of makes me wonder, how much AI do we actually need? Okay, that was it. Thank you for watching. If you are into tech stuff, do subscribe.